Yo, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and as I promised, I'm going to try to be putting out a video every single day. I put out a video yesterday, I put out a video the day before, so now I'm putting out another video today. I'm trying to make them short and sweet, hence me talking really quickly, and I got to go over the previous day's video or my previous trade that I set up. I gotta clout, that's what I gotta do to build up that social awareness or whatever, that engagement, if you don't know. So yeah, this was from yesterday. Okay, so I have Ethereum. I have my trade for Ethereum right here. However, if it closes below this line, let's say it closes like here or something, like if I get stopped out on here, then I will do this. Okay, I'll try something like that. But right now this is it. But if this doesn't work out, then I will change it to something like this. And as you can see, what happened with Ethereum, well, it closed underneath the line, and so I was long from right here, but then it closed. I immediately stopped, I immediately closed out my long, and I opened up a short position, and I just took my profits for about 5%, just under 5%. I posted that in the VIP signal right here. I said, for ETH, it's going to close below the line, because I first put on a long. So I said it's going to close below the line. So I'm going to take out at break even and switch to a short trade setup, which is what I did. And then I said, scratch that. I'm just selling right now, taking my loss, closing my long trade, and I'm going to open up shorts and then also stack my sells higher, which is exactly what I did, and just finished making the profit on that, which is awesome. So now what we could do is go over what's next, what I think is going to happen next. Well, look at this volume. Look at this massive volume. I could actually open up a long position right now, and I would be pretty confident in a long position for at least 1%. So I might actually do that. I'm not sure, but because this is actually this is so much volume. Wow, this is so much volume. Let me think about this for 1 second. Okay, so if I go into the chart of what I had here before, if I put on a long position, let's say I put on a long position here, right? Target 1%, put down underneath the 88. That's definitely, it's not a terrible idea, because there was a lot of liquidity down here. Okay, yeah, I decided to throw on a quick scalp right here. We'll see what happens. This is no longer, I don't need this to be my TP2. This was my take profit 2 for the other trade. But yeah, this is a very key level. You could see big SR flip right here. We came right into it. We might even actually come back into it again, tag it, and then zoom up. But I think that for a 1%, looking for a 1% move is not too out of the question, especially since we're pretty much in this lower half of the support range on the support resistance area. And we did just have quite a substantial drop, almost 8%. In fact, entire 8% from the top to the bottom. So yeah, I just put on a trade. We will see if it hits. It's only looking for a 1% scalp. So that's what I'm looking to do. Perhaps Bitcoin. Ooh, look at Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin hit the previous all-time highs. This is something else which I need to put right here. I think this was I need to find where the actual level was. Let me go into the alerts. So Bitcoin just hit its previous all-time high of 19,378. So we are most likely going to get a bounce from this level for at least a small percentage. So I'm only trying to scalp. I'm not trying to do anything crazy, but yeah, I'll probably put on a scalp trade for Bitcoin as well. Okay, so I just took that trade with Ethereum, and I was looking at other cryptocurrencies, right? And I just saw this on Matic. This is an awesome trade setup. Check this out. you have these series of lower highs, just lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? Lower high. And hopefully there'll be a lower high here. And you have this huge support area. We all know what happens when support area breaks with velocity, right, to the downside. And then it came back up, tricked a bunch of people right up in this area to, this was a distribution, excuse me. So this was a distribution area. And then, of course, I went back down. And then another so I think that this right here is another distribution area. So I'm fingers crossed that it pumps back up to at least this support resistance right there. And eventually, even if it just dumps much further, like how this one dumped all the way down there and then consolidated, it did have a move back up here. Hopefully it dumps, goes like this, has another big move up, wick up, and then comes crashing back down so I can get filled up here and then take my profit right there and then take my second profit right there. That's what I'm really hoping for. Or I hope that it just pops up right now and then obviously falls back down. So this is a definite trade setup that I'm putting on right now. All of this support turning into resistance, lots of distribution right here, and negative momentum. Fingers crossed that this one works out. Only thing I'm a little bit worried slightly about when it comes to this trade is the fact that, you know, Bitcoin did just come into the major support, and so it's probably gonna pump up. And Ethereum did just hit my buy zone, which was great, and it's near support. So that's actually really weird though, looking at this, because Ethereum is down so much. This is actually something that I learned from my last one. Check out Matic against Ethereum. Look at how much better Matic has been doing against Ethereum. So maybe this was a fake breakout and now it's going to come back down. That's a total possibility. But literally over the last 2 months, Matic has just been completely obliterating Ethereum, up nearly 190% more than what Ethereum did. Matic's actually up in USD terms against from where it was back in June, right? So pretty much any time in June, except it's fallen underneath this major. Let's go to the daily. This is a major support area, and it's fallen underneath of it. I almost want to short it right now, but because of the fact that Ethereum and Bitcoin are both at somewhat good levels, technically speaking, I don't really want to short. And the other thing that I'm thinking of is I just read a tweet, I made a tweet, and let me bring it up. So here it is. It's from actually Drunken Miller. He said, if you get aggressive in bear markets on the short side, you could get your head ripped off in rallies. Currently, I'm pretty much taking a break, aka after shorting the market the past few months. And this is Drunken Miller. He's a billionaire hedge fund, previous hedge fund manager. So I don't want to get too aggressive, because there might be a rally that just pumps it up like crazy. But I definitely do want to still at least give it a shot. And if the risk reward is there and it looks like a really good trade setup, then yeah, I want to do it. The strength of Matic is a little concerning, but yeah, after just the fact that it's back inside of this range right here makes me want to, and continuously having lower highs makes me think that this short is a good idea. At least on the USD pair it is. So we have that. Let's see what else we could go. We could infer from here. Total market cap. Let's see. Okay, so if it closes above here, then that would still technically be a higher low. Low, higher low, higher low. So that's still a possibility for the total market cap, and we could see another move up. Bitcoin, like I mentioned, Um, previous all-time high. Did I wait a minute? Why is this? No, I don't know why. I don't know why I put this as the previous all. That's the 1718 high. 1718 high was literally like was literally like right up here. So yeah, it touched the 1718 high. It's probably gonna move up a little bit. But yeah, damn, I just can't get over that Matic play. Looks good, but obviously no one knows what's gonna happen. Let's see if there's anything else. So what I really want to see. Okay, here's another thing that I was gonna say, and basically I put it out in here, which is that Mount Gox is going to be putting out its Bitcoin eventually to its people. Oh, did I just do it? I think I just made my. Yeah, I must have just made the profit on that. All right, solid. Cool. So I just hit my target for that little scalp, that 1%. That's pretty nice. But going back to what I was saying, the Mount Gox thing, I think that it will tank crypto hard. I was thinking about this even more, and we're in a bear market, right? So negative news really affects the markets badly in bear markets. And so that's why I think that whenever the Mt. Gox stuff comes out, it will dump the price very, very hard. The other thing is that I think everyone and their mother is looking to short it or sell Bitcoin once Bitcoin reaches, the 28,000 level. So if we do come back up here, then I don't think that we're even going to reach this level. I think we're probably going to reach, I don't know, 27.5 or something at the max. I don't think that we're actually going to get up to 28.5, which is the bottom of this. We might, but I'm definitely going to start shorting at 27.5, and then maybe 28, and then I'm just going to continue to add on to my shorts up here. So that's definitely what I'm going to do for that. Okay, so I'm going to try to end this video within the next 10 minutes, but I think I'll just go over a big quick overview of what I've been talking about. So first off, Mt. Gox, that's going to be bad, right? So we know that Mt. Gox is going to be bad and probably lead to a dump in the markets. But the other thing that might be good is the Ethereum merge. So do you want to play the Ethereum merge, or do you want to play the Mt. Gox? Well, how I'm doing it is I am averaging in to Ethereum in a certain account, and very, very, very slowly, because I think that leading up to the merge, there will be a big rally, or at least a substantial rally. And I think that averaging into Ethereum is a good idea, because as the price, let me see here, where's the thing? Here it is. As the price goes down, right, if you continually average in, then of course you will lower your average buy-in price. So you go there, and then your average price is in the middle. Then you buy there, your average price is this average price now. You buy there, now your average price is somewhere over here, and then you just keep on buying. And usually what happens is there is some type of leveling off like this before moving up. So you'll start averaging in here and here and here and here, and your average buying price will be below where it ends up moving up to if there is a rally. But that's really the only catalyst that I really see for crypto right now is the merge. Everything else sort of sucks. And I think that I actually tweeted about this as well. So let me go find the tweet. Okay, so this is the tweet that I wanted to talk about, which says why I think that. Okay, never mind. I already said this. But basically, yeah, bad news in bad markets results in bad price. And we're in a bad market. But I actually had another tweet I wanted to talk about, which was this one right here, which is literally the entire world is in a recession, and it really only started a few months ago. Like, how are we going to go higher? And yeah, this is really what I'm thinking. Like, how do we expect to go higher? There's no, like, who has the disposable income anymore? All of this, a lot of this happened because of stimulus. This was literally, if I just go like this, plot this out right here, where's the January, February, March, April? So this is when the stimulus started, right? And this is when the stimulus ended and quantitative tightening started, was right over there. So yeah, so this 800 to 900% gains for Bitcoin, 800 to 1200% gains was all quantitative easing. This is all quantitative easing. And now we have quantitative tightening, and of course everything is going down. Quantitative tightening is not going to stop anytime soon. So and the housing market hasn't even been hit yet. But speaking of that, let me find the tweet for that. Okay, here's the tweet for the housing market. The deal is off. Home sales are getting canceled at the highest rate, at 21% in Miami, 21.5% in Miami, and much higher, but they're getting canceled at the highest rate since the start of the pandemic. People are not buying houses anymore. People are backing out of deals, slowly backing away from houses because they know that the housing market is crashing, and it hasn't even really crashed. Higher mortgage rates mean that some homes, not some homes, almost all homes are no longer affordable to the mass population. When you have higher mortgage rates, you're going to have less people available to purchase homes at extremely high prices. The only thing that happens is the higher the mortgage rate, the lower the actual principal value of the house. So you want to buy when the principal is the lowest, because even if the mortgage rate is super high, let's say the mortgage rate is 10%, but the house is $400,000, right? You buy then, and maybe for a year or maybe 2 years, you have a 10% mortgage, right? But then it goes down, let's say it goes down to 8%. Okay, refinance it. Now you have a $400,000 house in principal with an 8% mortgage. But what happened to your principal of the house? The principal of the house went up because as interest rates go down, the assets go higher. So now the house that you paid $400,000 for, and you paid 10%, or you started to pay 10% for your mortgage, now that house went up in value, and the interest is going down. And as the interest continues to go down, your house will continue to rise in value because more people will be able to buy houses with lower interest rates when the interest rates are super low, and that will increase the value of the house. So ideally, the best time to buy was probably in 2020, and the best time to sell was literally November of last year, or perhaps the beginning of this year. But housing prices, the principal of the housing prices are going to continue to go down. And it says roughly 60,000 home purchase agreements fell through in June, equal to 15% of homes that went under contract that month. That's the highest percentage on record, with the exception of March and April 2020, when the housing market all but ground to a halt due to the onset of the coronavirus pandemic. It compares with 12.7% a month earlier and 11.2% a year earlier. So yeah, deals are just falling through, and people are not going to be able to sell, which is great if you're a home buyer, especially if you're buying in cash, because fingers crossed. So or like I said, get it with the high mortgage that you could pay, refinance that. Maybe it takes 5 years. Who gives a crap if you get a 30-year mortgage at 10% and then you refinance it in 5 years later for 5%? That's going to be so much better. So, but we haven't even seen the repercussions of this. The entire global economy is in a recession at this point, and these things work so slowly. It doesn't just like turn around like that. It turned around like that one time, aka the pandemic, when everyone just when the government just decided to go get the money printer, go burr, But that's not going to happen again. So overall, why, maybe we see something like this. I'm still targeting this. This is my target, and I would not be surprised if we see this in 2022, 2023. No melt up. Sorry, no melt up. But with saying all that, you could still make plays. You could still make plays. You don't want to be overly. You don't want to be overly aggressive in your shorts unless key areas are being hit. You know, key resistance areas are being hit. Then yes, you don't want to be over aggressive in your shorts at very, very, very low levels. You know, that's where things could get really dicey. Personally, when Bitcoin hit 28K, I stopped shorting. I shorted from the top, from 50K down to 30K, and then started buying around. I bought a ton here and I bought a ton here, but because I thought, okay, now I should stop shorting the market, but I shouldn't have stopped shorting altogether. I just needed to change my strategy. So now the strategy is scalping, because look at these moves. These moves. If you were doing what I normally do, or what I did during the bull market and what I did in 2021 and 2020, which is swing trade, very high percentages, then you would have most likely bought right here, perfect buy, right? Awesome. And then you would have had your target right here, because this is the low, this is the high, right? So you target the low, target the high. Maybe your first target would be right here, but your ultimate target would be right here. But that's too much in these circumstances, in these environments. Even this is really good, this 12.31%, but I would probably target the midline as target number 1, and then the top of this range as target number 2. Because you just don't know. I mean, that's why I only took 1% right here. Although looking at this, looking at this right now, it's 1, 2. Wouldn't this it would make sense. It would actually make sense to see a move up right now. Move up to where? I mean, at least to here, to be honest. And what is that? That's a 2% move. I already made my 1% from what I did. From the trade that I did earlier in this video. So I'm not really keen on risking anymore, because I just won 2 trades or 3 trades in a row. So I want to really take my time with it. But where's the next place? Where's the next place to long? Well, it's down here where all the other longs were. But I mean, this is a very tricky situation, because we already had 1 and we had all of these wicks down here. So if we come down here again, that means that all of the people that were buying down here, that were buying and buying and buying and buying and buying, and we close, like how this closed down here, that means that all of these buyers are basically like not existent. Like, because the price didn't even get a stay down here, it just wicked right back up every time. So if we close down here again, that to me is bearish. You can't short it. Obviously, putting on a short at the major support is stupid, but it would be very keen to look to see if it does not go up, look to see if it goes down, and then short the retest. That's definitely what to do. But obviously, you always long at the supports, or maybe in bear markets, you only short the resistances. That's a valid strategy as well. So what I'm going to do is actually, let's look at this. Wow, look at this. How can you trade this? This is the NASDAQ. Look at how hard. This is impossible to trade. Let me do this. This is the S&P 500. Yeah, this is this is super hard to trade. We have the bullish engulfing on the weekly, followed by negative, followed by positive, followed by negative. This is terrible for traders, for swing traders. However, it's really good for scalpers. So that's why the strategy is a scalping strategy for me. So really, honestly, I'm just gonna wait. I have my trade for Matic. I like that trade. Maybe I'll look for other trade setups, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to short anywhere down in this area. And looking at Bitcoin, it's right at 20, right near 20K, right near this bottom area. I don't really want to short down here. It's too risky. Same for Ethereum. $1,000 Ethereum. $1,000 is such a key psychological level I would rather long Ethereum at 1,000 than short it. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably load up right around $1,000 because it's just such a big number for so many people. Looking at Ethereum against Bitcoin, I would want to change my Bitcoin back into Ethereum once it hits down here for sure. And other than that, I think the only thing that I'm going to do, I'm not going to do this right now, but I'll do this later, is I will go through the different like perpetual future contracts on or charts and simply just put I have so many things. It's like resistance. I kept on hoping that things would pop up, and they never popped up. It's so annoying because I had so many shorts. I would put a short in here that never hit it. Put a short in here, never hit it. Put a short in here, never hit it. But yeah, what I'll do is maybe not for the perps, but maybe because they don't have enough data, but for the literally just as many coins as I can go through. Luckily, I already did a lot, but just go through and plot these out and put little. You could see I have little alerts, so the alerts go off. Like Mana, for instance, if Mana comes down to like 54 cents, that's a great buy. Like I would want to buy it right around here because this is where the bottom was. So I would buy it here and hope to long it for at least a little bit for one of those bear market rallies, of 30% or something. Maybe I would continually, because you don't know until it gets there. But yeah, I'm looking for, I have to look for the different supports, different resistances and things like that. Otherwise you just got to go down to the hourly chart and play the hourly. That's really it. So I'll probably just do that, but that's going to be really boring, so I'm not going to just, make a video of me going through and just putting, okay, here's the support. Actually, look at ApeCoin. ApeCoin has a pretty solid... This is actually this might be a good play. Look at this. What if you do that? Because this is obviously support, and it broke through the support. Did it close? It looks like it might be closing above it. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely... It looks like it might be closing above it, so this might be an SFP, but it's more like... I would rather go with the trend. So this is not a terrible trade, to be honest. It's actually pretty solid. Like, why not? Why not do... Yeah, why not do this? 22%. Holy crap. It actually is a really good trade. Oof. Should I do it? That's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. I mean, technically speaking, maybe I will do this. Let me look at Ape against Bitcoin. Ape against Bitcoin. Ooh, Ape against Bitcoin, actually. Look at this. Major level right here. Where's the thing? Yeah, this was a major level right here. It got rejected. Wow. I think I should... Yeah. Oh, man. I think I should put this on. Feel like I should put this on. So I'll put this on. I'll make it I'm not going to use too much capital with this, but it really doesn't seem like a bad, like the only thing that's stupid, that I absolutely hate about it, is that this just had a 15%, like red. I buy on red, I sell on green. Like that's so, and there's still 20 hours to go on this. Actually, yeah, actually looking at it now, I don't think I could do it. Yeah, scratch that. I can't do it, especially like I would need this to close. This would have to close underneath here for me to do it, because this would be the short position right here. You would when this closed, you would sell right here with a stop above here. So actually, so technically speaking, selling here with a stop above here is better than here. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I prefer, I don't know, I prefer to short these areas like tops rather than like bottoms, you know? Like let's say that this fell underneath here, like it fell like that. I would rather short right there, you know, and then short it down to here rather than short right here. See, it's like this. It's like when this fell, it's like, okay, put on a short here, and then eventually it did pump all the way up here, and then you were able to get to secure that. But this happened. I mean, this happened where it fell below. You put on a short here, started to fall. For this one, you'd probably get out at break even, actually. And then long right here, target right here, or long right here, target right here. So damn, we actually had some good opportunities with ApeCoin. I need to, this is exactly why I'm doing these videos every single day now, is to look for a lot more opportunities, because there are opportunities. I'm seeing them now that I'm doing this every day, because I wasn't doing it every day before. I was doing it once a week, but now that I'm doing it every day, I'm seeing a lot of opportunities. So this one, yeah, this has gone down too much, and it's in the support, so there's no way I'm not gonna long it. I mean, excuse me, I'm not gonna short it, because this is the support area and it's in the support area. I would rather long this than short it, to be honest. And I already have a short for Matic, so we'll see how that works out. But let's just see. I don't know. I'll go through all of these other ones tomorrow. But I feel like Drucker, or not Drucker, Drunken Miller, in that if I'm aggressive down here, like you can be, but like you're gonna be aggressive here. Like this is where you get aggressive. Although you probably would have been stopped out like on this wick, but being aggressive, like when it's starting to flatline, like no, like although like this was a big flat line, and then look at this, it was a flat line, and it broke, and it made 35, it went down 35%, so you could have made 35% on this. So what's to say that this isn't gonna just flat line and then fall another 35%? Things could just continually fall. It's not like anything stops the coins from falling on a continual basis. The only thing that you really have to be cognizant of is the volume, basically the percentage, the plus or minus 2% depth chart on all of these things, because Hero, this might only have $10,000 that you could put into it or take out of it, and it's like if you trade with that, then you'll move the entire market. Some of them might have $5,000. So if you put in, let's say like a $20,000 position on something that's a $5,000 market, like you're gonna move it so much, and obviously you don't want to do that. So most of these aren't even tradable, because the markets are just so illiquid, and you need liquidity. Like you have to have liquidity. So that's the other thing. And it's like, do you really want to You want to short here? It's like, you're gonna short here, really? I mean, there's a lot of maybe regulation is coming, and you could short here for the possible 40%. I mean, hey, as long as you have good risk reward and good risk management in place, and you don't leverage, like over leverage, then you're probably good. That's why I think scalping is really the only thing to do at this point. It's, until things come into super, super, super key levels, then scalping is really, really the only way to go. So with that, I'm going to sign off because this video is getting pretty long. I'm trying to make these every single day. So I'll make another one tomorrow. I'll go through the different coins. Actually, I'll go through a lot of news, and I'll try to make a news video tomorrow. And I'll also try to go through these different coins. Also, I am working on my course. I have a crypto mastery course, teaches you how to trade. It's available at cryptoelite.com. And if you want to get access to that, you could just go to cryptoelite.com. This is what it is. This is what it looks like. It's awesome. And the course is super cheap right now. I think it's like $500. So yeah, it's supposed to be $1,000. Actually, it's worth probably like $4,000, but I put it for $497 because I am updating it. So once it is updated, that's when I'm going to up the price to what it's to the value that it actually gives. Because I mean, the value that it gives right now is absolutely insane. Like, it's worth $1,000 plus, but I want to give it to as many people as possible. So I'm keeping it at 500. And if you want this, it's here. Also, you get a month free, or actually now I think it's 3 months free in the Crypto Elite VIP. So whichever one you want, if you want any of those, or you could just keep on watching these videos and get the alpha, and you don't even have to buy my course or sign up to the VIP, because everything that I have are in these videos. So with saying that, I'm going to sign off. So hope you learned something. Keep on stacking those sats, keep on making those gains, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.